following program is rated TV MALV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
How many Taco Bell stackers can we eat?
I think I'm going to go for 12 this time.
I think I could do about 15.
I think I can do about 23, just to make it even. Got the Taco Bell stackers in this bag. It's heavy too. It almost ripped. Just finished my 15th one. This is my last one. I don't think I can make it past 30. Nachos for a little break.
Slowing down back there?
Yep, I got to. After 17 stackers, I can do it.
And 5 burritos.
All right, my goal was what, 23? I got 30, so I think that's an accomplishment.
Mine was 12. I got 14 stackers down, 3 quesadillas, and 10 tacos.
Wow.
My goal was 15 stackers, and I had 17 stackers.
Praise.
What up? Today is February 11th, 2026. What up, Pretty Brown Eyes? What up, girl? I'm surprised you up this late, man. Oh, yeah, you at work. My bad. We got a couple things. Night, what probably the best show right now on TV right now, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I got a review episode 4, man. Great show. Like, I'm telling you right now, it's 4 episodes. They on like 30 minutes a piece, 30 to 45 minutes a piece. Highly, yeah. I know I forgot you're in Cali. Great show. We got that. Got some Winter Olympic stuff. Little Super Bowl. Little Valentine's Day stuff. Baby Keem dropping next week. The 20th. Casino. He got. They just dropped a snippet with K-Dot rapping the whole 9. Man, we go to that. Let's see. Little halftime situation, man. Let me move this up. Hold up. Let me move this up. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about the Corey Holcomb situation, man. Cause I got a different perspective now. Look at everything, putting everything in perspective. So we'll talk about that a little later on and everything. But first and foremost, like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, if y'all don't know, I'm Terry the Black. This is my pop culture show. I really get nitty gritty on pop culture, things I look at, things I watch, some gaming. It's just really a pop culture game. That's why I call it nerd-ish. So I do this every Wednesday night, 7-ish. Like today was a little later because I had to do some run some errands, but usually at 7:30-ish on Wednesday nights. And this is like my main show, one of my main shows on air weekly is this show. So just like, share, and subscribe, man. Show your boy some love, man. Like button free. So, Night of Seven Kingdoms. I bet it's Knights of the Republic. I'm thinking Star Wars for some unknown reason. Best show on TV right now. Hands down, best show on TV right now. I'll put this. This might be the best show on TV since since A Gentleman 2 years ago. Gentleman on Netflix. If y'all haven't watched that, that's based off the movie The Gentleman. Good show too. So right now, this is best show, best well acted. Timing's damn near perfect. It's based off a book. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, so I might have a little bias with this, but as in acting, you're not gonna get a better show out right now. Acting, time, and the whole nine. So, if y'all haven't heard any of my other reviews, I've been reviewing this throughout the every Wednesday. I do my little slight review on this. So it start off in Duncan. That's the main character. He's in jail or dungeon or whatever because he hit one of the not princess, but one of the prince. Because he was he broke the hold on the puppeteer Tansy. And if you haven't read the books, like Duncan got a big ass crush on Tansy, the puppet, one of the puppet masters of the little they in the little festival type situation. Is what they call turning, and all the knights are there and everything. If y'all don't know what the show is, it's based off of like a knight that's trying to find his way. He ended up going to turning and end up meeting all the royal people and everything like that. He's kind of like not socially aware, so you're looking at it through his eyes and everything. So fast forward after the end of episode 3, he ended up sticking up for the puppeteer Tansy, and he ended up hitting Arian, or one of the princes named Arian. So they throw him in jail, of course, and this is when we find out that Egg is actually a prince himself. Egg is the little boy. Matter of fact, the little boy right here. He shaved his head and was acting like he was like a common boy or whatever. But come to find out he's a prince. And it was pretty like I said, that whole scene was pretty. Like I said, this episode right here, man. So basically, it starts off with Dunk being in prison, you know, kind of sulking, kind of mad he's in that position or whatever. Hold up. Pull up. Let's do this. He's and Egg goes and sees him, and he's really mad at Egg because like Egg didn't let him know that he was a prince. He would have probably acted a different way overall. And so they having this moment, and like you can see like the heart of Duncan. Duncan got a good heart. He's mad, but he still feels something for Egg and everything. And Egg was just like, he's very sympathetic, very distraught that he had to keep that secret. He didn't want he wanted to be a squire. He didn't want anybody to look at him differently and give him preferential treatment or whatnot. So Ed kind of confessed and he said, hey, you know, he's sorry and everything. And it was a powerful little scene right there. So Egg's uncle Baylor Breakspear, you know, calls for him and everything, and he calls for Dunk, and Dunk he asked Dunk like, hey, how good are you in arms, meaning like the sword shield, whatever you gotta do, because he kind of want him to do a trial by combat. He kind of like trying to like peep, see where he at and what what will he be able to do or whatnot. So they talk about it and everything. He talks about it. He kind of pick his brain. Baylor picks Dunk's brain a little bit, then send him back. Did he send him back? No. He the rest of them come in and try to figure out like what to do, like how to try him or whatever. So Dunk asked for a trial by combat with Arian because Arian is the aggrieved partner party. So this is how trial by combat works, and this is something that was done in medieval times too. So if if you get accused, you're a knight, you have a right to demand trial by combat. So if you whoever wins is if you win, you absolve of whatever they will accuse you of or whatnot. If you lose, that means you pretty much gonna be dead anyway. So it was a way of fighting your way out of accusation or whatnot. So Arian kind of tricked them and said, "Hey, well, I want to try by 7." So in Westerosi, so a little backstory in the world of Game of Thrones and Sound Like of Fire, there's a religion called the Seven. So there's like seven gods, like the warrior, mother, crone, father. Hold on, I had it memorized. All right. It's called Fable the Seven. So let's see. Just tell me what. Oh, yeah, father, mother, maiden, crone, warrior, smith, and stranger. So the father represents divine justice, judges of souls of the dead. Mother represents mercy, peace, fertility, childbirth. The maiden represents purity, innocence, love, and beauty. The crown represents wisdom, foresight. She is represent Karen and Atlanta. She's like the old lady. Warrior represents strength and courage in battle. That's basically a form of chivalry. Smith represents creation, craftsmanship. That's basically your worker. The stranger represents death and the unknown. So so it's basically all aspects of life and stuff. So trial by 7. Trial by 7. Basically, the knight have to find 6 friends, 6 other knights to or whoever that could fight with them. It's an old practice. The first time it was happening, right, when the Targaryen rule was under King Maegor the Cruel. They had a trial by 7. So yeah, it's another way to fight for somebody's innocence. So the game is you have a day to find 6 other knights that fight on your side. So with Egg's help, he went to go meet the Fossilways. Fossilways were the 2 Stefan Fossilway, and I forgot the other dude name. Hold on, let me see. The other dude name. They probably got him on there. Let's see. Not Sir Raymond, Humphrey Hardin, Stefan Fossilway. What's the other Fossilway? Come on. Oh shit. Oh, I didn't know Tully was in there. That's cool. I didn't know that. Let's see. Let's go to all cast. Tanzel was the puppet master. Let's see. I forgot the nephew name. On the character called Sir Samuel. Did I pass it? I think I did. Dang. And what's crazy, Stefan, what is Raymond Fossilway. Yeah, Raymond Fossilway. That's the other Fossilway. So Stefan and Raymond was talking to Duncan, and Stefan said, "Yeah, I'll do it," or whatever, blah blah blah. He'll rock with him. And Egg went out and try to go look for other knights that'll go join Dunk's cause. So Dunk ended up getting the Smith. He ended up getting his shield, which is the right here. It's something like this, but a little bit more. The tree is more fuller. This actually the book, Night of Seven Kingdoms. So he get his shield, and I believe the what's called actually rock with him too. The Smith, Steely Pate, yeah, Steely Pate. He ended up going with him. Then Ed ended up getting Lana Baratheon, the Baratheon that in episode 2, where Dunk ended up going to his tent, and he ended up having that long talk with him and whatnot. So let's see other people. Lionel, so Humphrey Harden joins him. Let's see, Manfred Dondarrion. I believe Sir Manfred follows him too. No, he doesn't. No, I forgot. He's the one that stands on the side. I'm trying to remember everybody. Robert. They don't have none of the pictures on there. I can't remember everybody. There's so many characters in here, but like basically, salute to Phoenix. So basically, like he got up 5. And he was about to have the 6, and Stefan ended up joining Arian's crew, which is I think Dondarrion joined Arian's crew. Dondarrion, Damon. So not Damon, Darren the drunkard. That's the one that in episode 2 when Dunk walked into that tavern. And that dude that was drunk, that was Darren the drunkard. He's Egg's older brother. So they had a scene where Westcott talks to him and say, "Hey, he made a prophecy. Say I had a dream. I had a dream, and my dreams come true. I had a dream that you was rising when a giant dragon was falling, and something of that nature." And it's pretty much foreshadowed there. I just give y'all a hint. Any prophecy in Game of Thrones song, 9 times out of 10 is a prophecy. It's a foreshadowing. I meant not always. Sometimes it's I forgot the term. It's a red herring. Red herring. It was a red herring. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But this one is definitely. I read the book, so it's definitely a foreshadowing. I'm not gonna tell you what's happening. So this next 2 episodes is gonna be crazy. This next episode. So let me get to the end. So Stefan joins the Aryan crew and everything, and one of the best scenes, man, when coming to find he had to end up Dunk had to end up knighting Sir Raymond. So Raymond wasn't he wasn't a knight yet. So Westcott couldn't remember the words of knight to knight, because like only a knight, a lord, or like a king can actually do knighting. So he forgot the words of how to knight or whatever. Sir Raymond and Lionel Baratheon ended up knighting him, because like everything was so action packed. Like I'm saying, I'll tell y'all the show, but I'm not giving any justice. Literally, if you watch it, the pacing. I haven't seen a TV show pace so well since stuff like The Wire and Breaking Bad and stuff. Like this it's paced so well. Like the cues of this is gonna win. I'm gonna tell you right now, this will win an Emmy. If this doesn't win an Emmy, they just being an asshole. This is gonna win an Emmy on multiple fronts. I haven't seen a show this paced well. it's paced so well. You mad it's only 30 minutes. So so the end of it, they end up knighting Sir Raymond. So what's called it had 6, and Dunk was telling him, "Hey, I only got 6, but hey, I'm ready to fight." And of course, Aaron like, "No, you gotta have 7, or you're gonna be guilty." And that's when Baylor, Prince Baylor, Breakspear, this dude right here, good casting too. Because if y'all don't know Baylor and Breakspear, his story, he's Targaryen and Dornish. So like this is why he have dark hair, and he got like he's not super old. He got dark hair and got like blonde streaks in his hair and stuff. That's because he's part Targaryen, part Dornish. So he came out and it was like epic and everything. Like I'm telling you, man, the pacing. I'm not giving it any justice. The pacing is just awesome. Highly suggest watching it, man. If y'all just want to watch a good show. So excellent episode. I'm with the critics. It's a high 9.7. Only thing hurts is it's just not it stopped on a cliffhanger. Hold up. So let's get to the next story. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Winter Olympics. So this is speed skater. I believe she won a gold. And I think she's Iceland. I'm not sure. Hold up.
What a day for the Sea of Orange here today at the Ivana Cortina Olympics.
Yeah, I think we sleep on the Winter Olympics, everybody. I don't keep up with y'all. I think we sleep on it. And enough of that. That's my Winter Olympics coverage of the day. So hold up. Hold up. Let me go back. So I love Super Bowl news. Offset won $1 million betting against the Patriots. You know, he won for being petty. I don't blame him. I would have bet against if that was the case. I know I'm gonna make some money, and I think he got a scandal going. He gonna have to pay some people too, man. So let's see how this work out.
The athlete that you're rolling with, I saw his game last night.
Yeah, some music that I'm not gonna even. Man, they ran up the bag. So that's crazy. And this goes on to the Super Bowl. Hold on, let me. All right. So this is the actual ratings for the Super Bowl. So Bad Bunny, it's a 5 million, roughly 5 million view downturn since last year. And the thing is, like, I was telling people at work and a couple people on YouTube or whatnot. I said it on yesterday about the halftime show or whatnot, right? Man, it was no way Bad Bunny was gonna beat Kendrick Lamar, as in viewership and everything, just because of the perfect storm the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef was, and the Gen X, how hot that album was, how hot a lot of his albums were. Like he went through the hits, and he's probably the most out of rappers. Him and Drake and J. Cole, them the top 3, and I would say add like your Futures and Wayne's. I'll take Wayne after this equation because like everybody, Wayne is a little bit past of just hip hop lane. He's more of a cultural icon right now. So I kind of take him out. I take him and M out this equation. Even Jay out. Anybody prior to 2010, I'm taking out this equation just because of. I say prior to 2009, I'm taking that because like that's when Drake dropped. Or was Drake dropped 2009, 2008? 2008. I'm sorry, 2008. That's when Section 80 came out around 2009 ish. So that's I would say that's the cutoff. That's on the local hip because like you right now you put probably Jay-Z, Nas, or somebody. I don't know about now after the Epstein stuff, but let's say Jay-Z, Nas, and let's say Eminem want to do get the halftime show together for Super Bowl. That's gonna do fucking crazy numbers because the fan base for them was so big and they so recognizable. Everybody pretty much heard one of the three songs in that situation. So that'd be one of them crazy situations. But like, or like if before Ye said a lot of stuff, he said like if Ye was like graduation Ye around that time, if he would have did the Super Bowl, with when Working was coming out and when You Can't Tell Me Nothing was coming out and stuff like that during that time period, yeah, he would have probably had a big number because like that he transcended hip hop when he did AOA and all that stuff. Well, that graduation will probably be earlier AOA. I would say my Twisted Dark Fantasy, that Ye, he did Super Bowl. He's up there with like the Kendrick and all that stuff. He probably been oh man, that Ye was big. He probably been Bad Bunny-ish, dead ass. But that's here and there. K Dot, man, like that was a perfect storm. He had a big beef with Drake. They were going back and forth. That was part of cultural zeitgeist. Not Like Us went crazy. I knew it would go crazy. Like whenever you make a diss song that could be hit up at the. I mean, look, K Dot was on. I think this last Madden. Yeah, they had all his music on the Madden. Like you don't hear that. It's a different level. Like when you on Madden. When you on, I think he had his music on like NBA 2K, like the crowd was singing with Not Like Us last year. I think people forget that. Like, it's a reason why, and then people went back and watched like back to back, like trying to figure out the subtle jabs he was doing against against Drake in the halftime show. It was a perfect storm. There was no way Bad Bunny was gonna get that just because of the language barrier. And hip hop is American genre. No matter how y'all splice it, like, oh, I don't like the rap. It don't matter. Like everybody have an understanding. Rap is American made. It's an American genre that pretty much anybody could get into if you could wordsmith your way in there and whatever. Even if you can't wordsmith, you just got a catchy dance or whatever. My point is like, it's the genre. It is American culture. It's not even just black culture anymore. It's actually global right now. Like if you go look at like the Korean rappers, the UK rappers, French rappers, German rappers. Shit, Russia got a whole rap scene. Like everywhere got a rap scene. India got a big time rap scene. They rock with all the shit we listen to probably a little later. But hey, that's something. I mean, internet blew it up. So that was just a perfect storm, and of course Michael Jackson. I mean. Yeah, you ain't being those. So I'm not surprised. I wonder. I ain't seen the streaming numbers when it comes to the Turning Point thing, because I think matter of fact, let's see if they got that streaming numbers of Turning Point. Come on, give me it. Yeah, this one I know TP USA had a factor in that drop. Is let's look at the numbers. Bad Bunny, pretty much about close to 6 million people less than K-Dot and Michael Jackson. TP, this is from the New York Times, got paid a while. Turning Point has 6.1 million concurrent viewers on YouTube alone. And that's not even counting like your Rumbles and X's and stuff. And even I think it was on Kick too. So we have to factor in this, like with a lot of those streamers or whatever. There probably will be a number of I don't know, bots or whatever happening there. It might be, but hey, a lot of it wasn't. A lot of people actually did turn on to that. So I mean, you can't tell me that didn't have an effect. Like, cause like let's say overall they probably had like 25 million listeners of it on or off or whatever, right? For that little show. And let's say 6 million of those just decide, hey, I'm turning off the halftime show. I'm turning off the Super Bowl and I'm giving them the full attention. Because all it takes is 6 million. Because like that's the difference. 6 million is the difference. So that makes sense. That makes sense for Bad Bunny not to eclipse like K-Dots and stuff. So that's I kind of agree with that. So I mean, hey, I wonder. I said this on the show on my after dark show last night. I wonder if what's going to be the approach next year. It's going to be in LA, and honestly, if I was in NFL, I'll say Metallica, because Metallica or a Post Malone. Because Post Malone, you can have multiple other rappers in there. That's probably the safe bet where it's not going to be necessarily controversial to a point. But hold up, Metallica would kind of unite a lot of age groups, because you got to remember Metallica was a big player on soundtrack wise on Stranger Things before season 4 or season 3 and season 4. That was a big player in there, because like I want to say the redhead chick, I can't think of her name. Her brother was a big like playing like fucking Kill 'Em All and Master Puppets and Riding Light, and he was playing a lot of that, and that was part of the soundtrack. Then of course, the dude that played, he's Johnny Storm. He got his big break on playing on. Okay, he got more. He got one of his first breaks playing. Oh, I forgot old dude's name, but he was playing fucking Metallica at that one scene. So yeah, I think that'd be the easiest bet if they did that like that. And I had an idea like, and if you have Metallica in there, just bring some veterans. You don't need to even have dancers, so just bring some veterans that like your highly decorated veterans that serve multiple tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. You know, put some vets up there, put some soldiers vets. So just have them surround. They'll rock after that type of shit, and then anybody could complain about it, say, all right, you don't like the troops in, and that shut a lot of that up. I mean, more likely it's not gonna unify the country or anything like that, but you have kind of a backdrop of you could kind of hide yourself in. So there's that. Let's talk Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is 3 days. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, 3 days. Right, because it better be Thursday. It better be Thursday. It's Wednesday right now, but Saturday. So this is how this dude's getting ready for it. All right, music. Hold up. Bam. This is how he getting ready for Valentine's Day. Stupid. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So sometimes you got, if you married with your best friend, right? You never really don't like the person. I don't want to say best friend because that's a little weird, but your friend, if you could last, that's crazy. If you could just chill and have fun with your significant other, it just makes life a lot easier. So here we go.
But John Cena on his shoulders. Brock Lesnar with an F5 to John Cena. Matchless. Punk is helpless. Stop the Punk. A cover by Rollins. Oh my God, Rollins is the world heavyweight champion.
So, what me and my wife does, man, like, we grew up on a Von Erichs. And like, I got co-workers that actually worked up there at the Sportatorium back in the Gap. And one time me and her played wrestling, and I put the Iron Claw on her. And my youngest are like, she's already down, take the Iron Claw. Oh man, yeah. You gotta have fun, man. Like if you couldn't have fun with your significant other in some funny, like goofy ass way, I mean, why are you there? I don't get it. You know what I mean? You gotta have fun. Just like this, like everybody get, and I don't know if I ever showed this. Shout out to this barber, and he does this a lot. The whole factory reset thing. But sometimes you gotta have fun.
How much you want to pay off the top?
Are you talking to me?
It's a Bluebird hoodie? Is what you want? You want me this is in the front of the bag. Which one? What you doing this weekend? Trying to do dinner or something? You like your haircut? Kind of cute. You see? Smile for me? Oh, my bad. So, I know you like your edge up straight. So, is that the way you're going to go today?
Yep.
Oh, so you like men again?
What do I got to do with my edges?
Oh. Let's go back quick. Can you look up for me, please? Can you look up, please? Oh, shit. One more time. Can you look up? I'm trying to get... School. Can you...
Hold on, let's see how you look up.
I'm trying to get. Can you look up, please? Oh shit! One more time.
yeah, that's a female.
I'm trying to get. School. Can you?
You don't gotta touch my chin.
Look up. You're not doing what I'm asking.
I won't look at you.
You want me to lay you back? I mean, raise her the size in the back, or just the size? Want me to oil you down? Okay.
That's a girl. That's a chick. Y'all see?
I can get the baby oil.
I'm never coming back again.
There you go. We still having a Christmas sleepover tonight?
Christmas sleepover.
You fresh now. What's your name? Ooh.
Daddy.
Shit, hey. You could where you trying to go today? You ain't gotta pay me. It's cool.
Man, hey, if y'all ever I forgot this new name. Man, YouTube, man. He got her and like it's a whole bunch of stuff. Like they not really studs like that, but like he just be fucking with them. It'd be hilarious. Like they man, that's crazy. Let's see. I dropped the link if anybody want to show up. Yeah, she got the finger away, you know, she got that good hair and shit. Allegedly. So Baby Keem is dropping next week. And they dropped a little documentary, PG Lane, and gave some snippets of actual new music. And I'm gonna go over it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this. I guess I could do this right now. So here we go. I like the fact that you heard his verse and it's all mixed, and K-Dot's verse isn't mixed, so it's all.
Let's go, kind
of sad. That's sad. Man, having a family that have family members that been on that, man, that's a sad situation, man. Dead ass. Like I felt that shit. That's sad. Like. And you almost gotta. There's nothing you really could do in that situation. They gotta want to get off that shit, man. That type of, and it's got worse now because the drugs now compared to that is 10 times worse. So yeah, watch it. Hey, don't get hooked on that shit, man. It's nasty now. His K-Dot's cousin, his aunt. This is on whatever. She was directing this whole this whole thing right here. So it's kind of a good call back to when she really wanted to do it. Now she's actually doing it, man. K-Dot put her on. So that's how you supposed to do. Put your family on if they talented like that. Yeah, that's about to be dope. That's about to be dope. Next week. And hey Phoenix, I gotta show some love to your people, man.
All day, I tell people all day. I'm in the studio from my time I get up, time I go to sleep. I mean, I leave out, go get something to eat. That's it. It's like I can't do anything else.
And niggas like, what the fuck is this? Damn, look at this. What kind of luck is this? Mad living dealers, illest, my nigga. Only haters holler, they can't feel us. Niggas wanna get looser than we. But just gonna be a loser to me and Dilla. Killer. Talking about how you feel past the nigga, you're softer than the pillar. Back slapping your neck while you coming in wreck. Cause you're bluffing and you ain't said nothing to spec. Go his line.
So, that's a little snippet. So, a couple of days ago, yesterday, Jay Dilla passed away 20 years ago, man. And that was some of the best hip hop, one of the best hip hop producers of all time, dead ass. So yeah, just want to honor them real quick. I'm about to get in the Corey situation, Corey Holcomb situation, and yeah, I got a turn the point on this. We get into. I'm not gonna go through. Shout out to Floss and Media. Matter of fact, let me put his video gonna be in the descriptions. Let's see, man. I do that. I do that afterwards. It will be in the yeah, Jay Dilla, man. But here we go.
I saw this. No case, nigga. This got a BBL.
Oh yeah! I ain't never seen. This nigga got a BBL, dog. And he got a grandmama face. Yeah. So Corey, it's over for you. It's over for you. This nigga, you don't know me. You.
Someone like Corey Holcomb doing a podcast once a week for 3 hours has tried probably thousands of premises. Some of them good, some of them bad, some of them cringeworthy.
I'm gonna say this. We're gonna start right here, man. With Corey, and I listen to a lot of other podcasts. I listen to Rogan. Tim Dillon does a decent podcast. Theon Vaughn. Trying to think of any other black. A lot of I think Dave Chappelle got a podcast. He got like a little podcast thing, but I think that's on Spotify or something like that with Twali. Yeah, Twali is a part of it, I believe. I don't know if I don't know if he's going by Most Def still. He went back to that or not. Don't quote me on that. But like, it's not too many black comedians that's doing podcasts like that. I haven't seen a lot of them. I mean, maybe it's they on like TikTok or something like that. Or I don't see them on X and stuff. Like a lot, maybe Instagram. That's probably where a lot of them at. That's beside the point. But like Corey, I get like anytime you have comedians doing a podcast, like they, especially like he doing it in the earlier of the week. A lot of times he's working material through podcasts to write the joke out kind of or to work the joke out with an actual live crowd and everything. Like in the chat or what I ain't said live crowd, like semi-live in the chat and everything. So he's trying to push the envelope and a lot of these things. That's like when like people was like sending me, "Oh, you still gonna watch Corey because look at what he said here." And the thing is, I'm like, hey, I need to see context because he's a comedian. He's probably trying to work through material by pushing the line a little bit. So I mean, maybe he pushed the line somewhere and then he get a good reaction online or whatever. He could go and probably work, try and figure out like logistics when like stage presence, how you hold a mic and stuff like that with that material. Because if you know that material make people laugh, now you got to add something to like the stage presence that actually make it an effective joke. Probably 20 times in the next like couple shows on when you on the road or whatever. I might be going high on that. He might, throw away that joke right after the weekend and work on something else on the next day, the next because like how it works with comedians, like if they doing specials, they got to do like they got to have at least probably 2 hours worth of material they could work with so basically out like 5 minutes you need probably 10 minutes of jokes for 5 minutes. Let's say you're doing like an improv thing or whatever, or you're doing like an open mic. Every like minute you need twice or 3 times amount of like jokes to work or routines to work, just in case something fall flat, just in case you gotta have something for if you get a heckle or something of that nature. How to you gotta have things worked in your mind, right? You gotta write stuff down in a lot of cases to like memorize and understand like cadence. Like you might have a different cadence in, let's say, Georgia compared to Texas in some cases, because like different states even got different type of way they look at humor. You know what I'm saying? Although the South is pretty similar in that aspect, but like the timing might be different in like a Georgia and Florida compared to like a Texas or Louisiana. You know what I mean? Where the draw is pretty slow down and chill. It's more relaxed. So that's why I'm not too harsh. And I'm not harsh on the whole situation where he got with this old girl, because this is my problem with it, right? Yeah, it's bad. Like, he don't put your hands on women and everything. On the most part, it might be cases where you defend your family or your daughters and stuff. You might have to go get active, or you even dealing with your wife. Like, let's say your wife your old lady getting a fight with a woman, trying to rob her, but then next thing you know, she got a knife out. Yeah, you might have to intervene in that situation. It's the whole lines of chivalry is gonna be gone. In that case, not all cases, and it's not nothing's really super uniform. It's just one of those is case by case situations, which I mean, when I'm talking about with you actually have to defend family, defend, yourself in some cases, as in if she got a weapon, she charged you with a knife or something like that, you might have to defend yourself in that situation. You leaving might not be suffice, because if she, anything could happen. That's way you trying to run away from that situation. You have to kind of. It's a tricky situation when you're dealing with somebody with a weapon. So like he wasn't right when he did that, but like it's other stuff going on. That's why I'm like, I try to before I say I'm not rocking with somebody, I gotta see multiple cases of like he gotta have like 2 or 3 women coming up and saying, yeah, he did this. I called the police on him on this, and it got to be a whole long paperwork to be like, okay, all right, man, you tripping. It ain't necessarily not. When I say long paperwork, I'm not saying like 20 girls coming out of nowhere. I'm talking about like if you got more than 2 or 3, that you might have an issue with putting your hands on women. Like 2 is even pushing it, because like, what's the possibility you meet 2 people that same way of being crazy? There's a list of likely. So 2 is even pushing it. Like, that's something you doing to get yourself in that position, in my opinion. Because I've never put hands on any woman. I mean, now, family, you being kids and stuff, that's a whole other subject. Because like, sometimes family is different. Like, you got older siblings, you might have to figure yourself in a situation in that case, no matter who it is in that case, because like it's one of those gladiator school situations. But like, as in like outside of that, nah, never have. never had to, you know. If I would leave out of a situation before I even get myself in that situation, man. You know, it would have to be I'm defending my daughters, I'm defending my wife type situation for me to even think, even like, all right, I gotta do this, I gotta get active.
But it's a process, right? And so let's get this out the way. I don't play with kids. Like that's not top of mind for me.
All right. Another part of that with Corey is they went and looked up his a lot of jokes he was talking about, like the different the statutory laws in different countries and stuff like that. And there's some context to be made of why I believe it was Iceland he was talking about, why their age of consent is so much lower than other places. It's because it's an island nation. It's just the only way they could keep some type of replacement level, birth rate is for them to kind of like they probably dating at 12, 13 with their age group. So they got it lower because of that. Like I said, they got to make sure they maintain a replacement level population. Because I think, matter of fact, I think Iceland met. Let's see. Yeah, Iceland is a little small island nation. It barely got. It don't even got 400,000 people there. So yeah, like, but they looking at it like, okay, we need to constantly keep a decent amount of replacement population going on, because right now, if y'all haven't noticed, there's a lower birth rate all throughout the Western civilization, from like your Germanys, your France and stuff like that. I think France is a little, France and Belgium is back where it need to be at, but that's from the immigrant population or whatever. What I'm saying is you have to develop replacement level. You have to have kids growing up through the system. Well, I mean system, going through the school, going through that, become a productive member of society and everything to maintain. What the fuck? Hold up. My phone there. I'll go back to it. Some just hit my email. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. Like, the problem is, problem with hearing stuff like, I mean, I don't even want to go. It's a population issue across the board in Western. So, like in Iceland, I don't necessarily agree with how low. I think they age consent is like 15 or something like that. I don't agree with that. But if you put it in context where they need to maintain like a replacement level when it comes to birth rate, it makes sense for them. I wouldn't necessarily go over there or anything. I mean, if I'm going to, first of all, I'm married, number one. If I'm going to Iceland, I want to go there, see volcanoes, see all that stuff. But like, it's just, people need to understand that, like, with all these places, right, when the passport bros, it's almost like, and this goes to my one of my points I'm gonna get to with the Corey situation. It's almost like anything a dude does, it's like a narrative being pushed. Either if somebody is bucking the system big enough, like Corey Holcomb, he actually bucking the system when it comes to like, how we view like all, because like the thing is, even with like some of the stuff he said about women, I don't necessarily agree with everything. I don't agree with the fact that he calls daughter a bitch and everything. I don't agree with that. That's look, even though there's actually things that was going on we don't really understand. I don't believe in like letting everybody know this is how I feel about my daughter in that negative way, because like still that the internet's forever. Maybe y'all can mend that bridge. That's just not a good look to do that, you know, in my opinion. But Corey is his own man. I'm not gonna sit up there and, you know, he knows what he's doing. He feels like he knows what he's doing, and that's where it gotta be at. But the thing is, why he still got a following, it's hard. It's very hard for anybody to unmake you. Let me say it like this. Let's say if you grew up loving the Dallas Cowboys, right, and everything, only way people are gonna get you not to like the Dallas Cowboys is if they're not the Dallas Cowboys anymore. You know what I'm saying? You cannot, if somebody decide they want to follow something, it is almost impossible for anybody to take them out that mode. It's hard to do that. Meaning, Corey he has a big fan base. I'm gonna say, let me clarify. He has a large enough fan base for his liking that he is able to run everything in-house, you know, do deals with showrunners, club owners and stuff that come to certain clubs or certain arenas or whatever, right? To me, I'm pretty sure, like, as long as he's able to do his podcast, as long as he's able to do majority of his shows, because, like, of course, there's going to be people that's going to just cancel him because he's not with the program and whatnot, right? He's going to be okay, you know? And it's going to be hard to cancel Corey just because of the simple fact that Corey says a lot of stuff a lot of men are thinking, or and not really in a comfortable place to say this or that, if that makes sense. So yeah, and the fact that there's not multiple people coming out saying, yeah, he put hands on me, he did this, he did that, that would be, I'm surprised that haven't happened. Like, a lot of people haven't just jumped up and start saying stuff. That should tell you something.
But as far as somebody's artistic expression goes, as far as what they're coming up with in the moment, comedians are known to go up to that line and come back a little bit. That's where you get the term edgy humor. That's where you get all this stuff, dark humor, things that are taboo, that are discussed in comedic environments. Now, is it right all the time? No. But what I will say is everybody has the right to say exactly what they want to say. And just because somebody says something doesn't necessarily mean that that's what they practice or that's what they do. This week, a disturbing situation happened where people took jokes out of hours of content.
Whoa, what's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys.
Strung them together and put a jacket on Corey Holcomb, a jacket of a PDF file. Wow. Corey Holcomb discussed a lot of the stuff that's been happening in the past few weeks, and a lot of the haters that have kind of tried to besmirch his character, that have tried to make him into something that he isn't. And I think it's unfortunate, man. I think it's really unfortunate because a lot of people are out here being opportunists in a moment like this and can't see the larger picture. You got black men out here willfully trying to destroy a black man. Now, what part of the game is that?
50, 150, still out here living, kicking, running it.
Running it.
I don't know what they got planned for me, but I'm not about to stop doing what I do.
To all my people that's been with me 16 plus years, you know what I'm saying? When you doing the Lord's work, the devil gonna come at you hard. Ain't nothing you can do about it but trust that righteousness and truth will show itself in the end, which I'm going to explain a little bit. Anyway, I'm Corey Holcomb, Darlene OG Ortiz.
Oh, and there goes one of the narratives that was pushed.
Yep. They were trying to say he fired Darlene, which I'm going to be 100 with you. If he would have fired Darlene, I'd be looking at Corey crazy right now. I was like, all right, it might be over. Because like if Darlene leave, if she leave within 6 months, he's gonna be looking crazy. And I hate to say it like that because like Darlene, like she moderates the whole show. And plus, like she's iconic. If y'all know who Darlene Ortiz is, she was on Ice-T, I think Ice-T's first album. She's the girl. She's the lady that was holding the shotgun, the sawed-off shotgun, with the bikini on. Still look good too, man. Shout out to Darlene, man.
Shout out to Darlene. Darlene is back in full effect. And for some reason, y'all just ran with this narrative that Darlene had somehow quit the show. That is insane. That's insane. And then made up the fact that she had quit the show because she didn't want to put up the shirt that he made for Anton. When you didn't know what shirt he had up there. In fact, he mentioned the fact that it wasn't the same shirt. This is what I'm talking about, listening skills. People are so eager and thirsty to be
a media firestorm. My voice, I'm shocked. I didn't know. My voice got so powerful that the media, not bloggers, not fat girls with YouTube.
That is a good point. When I heard this, because like I see this in like they really Hollywood. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Hollywood wants to have a union press. Like I want to say Hollywood. I'm talking about the unions. Want to have a presence on YouTube, like as they want to have content creators in SAG-AFTRA. Dead ass, they want that. We are a threat today because like you have creative people, way more creative than I could ever say I am, doing actual content. Yep. Yeah, a lot of CCs were yep. So there's an ongoing effort into knocking out anybody because I don't think Corey is a part of like SAG-AFTRA and everything. I'm not sure if he is or not. That could be another reason why they're attacking them because like there is a hierarchy. You got to be a part of the union. You got to do. They don't like the fact that you might have comedians that's part of SAG-AFTRA going on doing their own thing when they doing the strikes and everything. So because they look at that as like you jumping the line or whatever, and they don't like that. They would, matter of fact, during the last strikes, they were telling streamers and everything not to stream. Like some people that was connected with them, like some of the people that's in like the Hollywood folks that did some streaming and stuff. They told them not to do it because it kind of it was gonna hurt the cause per se. So yeah, they definitely trying to get into the social media game, the streaming game.
It's not busters who buy cigarettes 1, 2, 3 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't worried about them. They weren't never the problem. What it is, we have mass media trying to shut down the voice of Corey Holcomb in the 5150 show, and of course, the bloggers who are envious of what we do are going to join in.
If you're looking to learn how to trade, a community is very important. And I've joined previous communities.
Ever since TMZ has gave a one-sided version of what happened, it then got to the point where even a man like me, who I don't walk around living in fear, but I fear for my life now because I see what has been said about me, and they are desperate to bring me down because the word pedophile has been thrown in the mix.
Yeah, if you notice, and anytime they do this to like white comedians that bucks the system. So calling a black man that is like, that's almost a death sentence. You know what I mean? What they do with white dudes, they'll drop. They say, well, they'll back out from World War II. You know what I mean? They put the R card on them. So anything you do, if you do anything you do outside of what they commanding you do at that particular time, because i.e. they could command you to do something, then they could change your mind and still say you this and that. That's the weird thing with that side. Like, we're not dealing with logical people. So this whole thing, I'm gonna be frank. I believe wholeheartedly that Anton was set up to crash out with not Anton, Corey was set up to crash out with Anton. I believe that wholeheartedly. I also believe that there was a lineup on the whole nine on all that. Like, they were lining him up, and Anton knew more about it allegedly. I mean, that's my theory. I'm not saying this to be true, but just of the vibe I'm getting, because all this stuff happened at the same weekend, like the same day, damn near. Come on, man. And then they clip it up stuff he did years past. So like you like right now, I have done YouTube for close to 2 years. I started in 2023, late 2023. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. This is deep. I am no pedophile. I have never been accused of being a pedophile. I have never had charges of being a. This is something that's coming from the mass media, TMZ. Ever since they said what they said, I have been, they trying to get at me for real. Let me tell you something, what they do.
Can you imagine that? You've done everything right your whole life. You don't mess with children, and somehow you still get accused of messing with children?
Yeah, man. And this is why I found out. If y'all ever watch the show The Deuce, that's about 1970 New York, when like the whole P industry start kicking off, right? And one of the storylines in that show was like the mafia ran, like they used to run brothels and you know, for like the Wall Street elite and the yuppie class and everything like that. They used to run like them brothels in like Manhattan and shit, right? So in the 80s, when the AIDS epidemic started hitting off, what ended up happening is it was directly hurting the alphabet community a lot. I'm just talking about in that movie. It affected them the most in that time frame. So in order to not be the main focus of like the attack and everything, what they did, they started they started telling on the mafia-made brothels and got them all shut down. So there's something to be said about Corey, this onslaught of him getting attacked this way, right? Like, it, you know, he's been talking about the community for so long in numerous ways and stuff, talk about that community. Like, and not necessarily people that's out, but people that's in the closet and stuff that's, you know, in his word, perpetrating and whatnot. He's been going hard on that situation, right? So them, I'm not saying them because we don't really know it's them, right? But like whoever going at him, they have a good bone to pick with him because like he's been going in on that situation. So I don't know. I'm smelling it's something fishy being, you know, is going on.
That's insanity. And anybody who was out there spreading that, you dead wrong. You are so wrong. And now that's what I'm saying. You have crossed into the territory that Cardi B had on Tasha K. Now you've made a claim against Corey with no proof, with some jokes strung together, with some clips from the show strung together. Insanity.
Because they did this to Michael Jackson. They did this to Martin Luther King. They did this to Malcolm X. They did this to so many people. When they ready to come get you, they assassinate your character so people don't look at you as a human being.
Bill Cosby, anyone? Just did a Bill Cosby video, my last video. There was a reason for that. I guess now you understand. Interesting.
They look at you as a villain. So they are using mass media now to come holler at your boy. This isn't little weak bloggers. Little weak bloggers have been talking crazy about me ever since I've been on air. But TMZ took a one-sided story of a woman who's addicted to drugs and quite dangerous.
Wow.
They showed a video recently where me and this woman got into it. And I can't hold back anymore. Listen, this woman was stalking me for a long time, and it was proven in court. And on top of that,
what if you could clean your retainer at the touch of a button? No more brushing or tablets. Over 4 years ago, our team of engineers knew there had to be a quicker, easier, and more effective way to deep.
And he said that. He said that so many times. Why didn't you?
At this little point, I'm gonna go to this air article and kind of tell you what's really going on. This came to my attention this afternoon. I was watching Shot the Film Thread. That's Chris Gore. Chris Gore used to be a G4 TV Attack of the Show. He got his own YouTube. Shout out to him. I found this little website showing a lot of stuff going on in Hollywood and how it's affecting everyday people's lives. So we'll get to that.
Y'all hear that part of it? Why didn't y'all hear that part of it? You were so quick to run off with your narrative, to start talking about what you would have done and how much of a coward somebody is.
Yeah.
You're not listening to what he's saying. This woman threatened his life several times through several different channels. He's brought people on the show to corroborate that fact. And y'all still ran with that narrative. And y'all still said there was no reason to do nothing.
I told people that this woman is a troublemaker and she sells drugs. TMZ knows that I have a restraining order against this woman and her boyfriend.
Wow.
So I've never heard of a woman getting hit or punched, whatever you want to say, and I get a restraining order against her. The story is not being told the right way. But I want to show you something about this innocent woman because they will make it seem like this woman is innocent. In fact, this lady went on TMZ, who is in collusion with her. Sean Holly, the drug addict woman, and TMZ are all in collusion together to try to bring me down. Let me show you a video because this woman even said in one of her TMZ videos, I'm not allowed at the Improv, but that's not true. This is the footage that goes in the security office of the Improv. It says Shrine of Crime right there. And we blotted out some of the people's faces because the truth is we don't want to show everybody, but I'm not banned from the Improv. But you know who is banned from the Improv? Right there.
There it is.
Right there.
There it is.
That's crazy.
Right there.
Now, which working comedian is that was just there roasting like everybody else? Look at Darlene's face.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is now banned because they always starting stuff with people at that club. Now, that don't make no sense. Now, you want to say everything you want to say about Corey, that's fine. But look at the facts. Look at what's standing.
All right. We could go deep in this, but this go. I got this is getting normalized. So this is on filmindustrywatch.org. It talks about how prestige TV rewrites history to vilify men. And this goes on to a lot of stuff. Like they talk about the Queen's Gambit. Hold up. Come on. Let's see. Oh, it's just that one. So I'm not going to read all of this because there's a lot. The polite normalization of anti-male narratives. So basically what they like to do, the media like to do, you cannot have strong men. Like, if you're trying to keep order, I ain't gonna say order. You're trying to not have any competition. The last thing you need is strong men to call on your bullshit. You do not want that. So they use media, like the media, the TV shows and a lot of that stuff to push men as to be like they dumb, they whatever we do is the wrong thing. If we react to something, we're emotional. We don't react to something, we don't care. If we want our space, we sexist. We don't want our space, we creeps. It just as everything, nothing's right about anything what we do. So it's a way they can control, because they understand, well, most dudes like what we like, and we'll go what we like, and we'll go. We're escaping that hobby. We're escaping this, and we won't necessarily engage with every aspect of of what they want to engage with, right? So they have to destroy somebody like Corey, because Corey's calling out things that they don't want to be called out. And that goes with, they want us to always, no matter how the woman treats us or how the woman acts in public stuff, they want us to revere her, revere the words as the best example. Like, let me clarify. They want us to not say anything when we see bad activity, bad behavior. Because we see bad activity, bad behavior out of anybody, and we call it out. Oh, we toxic. We this, we that. So this is a little bit. Like, for example, manufacturing female grievances. I'm not trying to pronounce that line. That person line exposes how contemporary prestige storytelling often operates. Female success is no longer sufficient on its own. It must be framed as success achieved against men. If men do not actively obstruct the protagonist, obstruction is applied symbolically or retroactively. Basically, like ex-boyfriend. Reason I'm here, ex-boyfriend treated me wrong or some shit like that. In this case, a real woman's achievement were rewritten to imply that men were the barrier that she faced. Never faced. The process follows as familiar script. Complexity is removed. Cooperation is reframed as condescending. Being condescending. Competition is recast as hostility. Historical data is ignored. Men collectively is positioned as the obstacle. So, like right now, because Corey did that situation right with that lady. We don't even when we say, all right, he's bad for that situation. That's just not enough. He has to be destroyed because like what he says about other women and what he does this when he does that. It's never there's no pathway of redemption. I'm saying this is how they writing. This is like the way they writing in a polite way. In the real world, there's no path of redemption. If even you, let's say I had a bad experience with my ex-girlfriend, not necessarily on a physical tip or whatever, but we had an argument. We had a fierce argument because we know each other. We know what gets under each other's skin. So we going in verbal abusing on both ends. How they try to manufacture society, they would look at me as the aggressor, no matter how that argument started, what been said to me, what been done to me. It's gonna be a large segment of population gonna believe that I was the aggressor, even if I didn't start it, even if I wasn't active participant on even laying the groundwork of that argument or whatever. I'm still gonna be the one that's wrong in that case. So they and this is just an example of a show. So you have a lot of shows doing this, right? It creates this narrative about like a lot of women can't do anything wrong, and that's what a lot of dudes are seeing. So that's how you get the Andrew Tates. That's how you get the even Corey Holcombs in a way, or Kevin Samuels, or your Fisher Fizz and stuff. Because if you don't allow men to be men, you don't allow. What I mean by that, you don't allow us to say cruise jokes or get with each other. You don't allow us to have like the barbershop where we could work things out when it comes to like what we thinking about the opposite sex or what we thinking about like life in general. You don't give it that avenue, and then every time we watch media and everything, we depicted as dumb, extra corrupted, belligerent all the time, not thoughtful. Just all the stereotypes, man. You're gonna get a situation where, first of all, you're gonna fragment society like it has been, and secondly, you're gonna have resentment. You're gonna have a group of men being resentful to the opposite sex, just in general. And that's a scary situation because that all that affects, the birth rate. Because if a large percentage of men don't feel like they could talk to their women, don't feel like they could take control of their household or their community or whatnot, a lot of them gonna end up doing either if they in a black man sense going on the opposite sex, not going to the opposite race thing, or better yet, or worse yet, going outside the country in general, and it gets ignoring all the shame tactics, and it's not gonna be good for the future of our country if that keep happening overall. So my point is to saying all this and bring it up, like the little soft things they're doing to build up this type of narrative and everything to cancel, especially it affects us, the black men, the most, because like everybody ready to cancel a black man for whatever reason. In some cases, it's warranted, but like there's no path of redemption for us. Like I remember when Kobe passed, like somebody was bringing up his case in Denver, and like he done did everything possible to, like, his wife didn't even leave him after that, so he did everything possible to do the right thing in that situation. He still get done in, then get disrespected when he passed away with his daughter. And that man, that shit's still so real. Dang. So my point is, right, we need, as much as we talk about, like people talk about Corey, like, hey, he's kind of disrespectful towards women and stuff. And even when he's talking about his anecdotal experiences, we actually need his voice out there with like the Kevin Hart's, the Dave Chappelle's, and all that. We need a variety of thought processes mindsets out here. Like somebody might need to hear Corey Holcomb be bluntly honest about what's going on with a lot of the opposite sex, what they doing to dudes. You might need to hear that. Like that's an uncle at the barbecue that when you get that, you get a little of that EJ or Crown and stuff, he just start telling like, hey, watch out for this, watch out for that. Hey, that once you got a man needs that perspective. And you need like Kevin Hart, you need all these voices. So then what happens when you go in the real world, you have the street smarts as like a Corey, as a Eddie Griffin, as all these comedians. I'm talking about in the black community. All these comedians, you have that street smart. Then you turn around, you have your Rogans where you might think things in the abstract like UFOs and maybe talk about MMA. You can learn some things about MMA. Listen to him. Like we have MMA, the whole MMA guest thing, or like we need all this. That's why I don't agree with canceling anybody, really, unless it's just something super egregious. It's got to be if we had proof that he was going to Epstein Island, rocking with him in the island, and doing some of the victims. Okay, yeah, he might not need. I might not need to follow him no more. He might need to be under the jail. But like, until you have something like that or something a nature of like, let's say he got video of him hitting multiple women, not just this situation where he explained clearly about it. Okay, we could talk about the cancellation, but right until then, like we need his voice as long with the other comedians. We need all perspectives so we could grow. We could grow our mind and look at things in a different way in a lot of cases. So that's my saying. That's all I got on Corey Holcomb. He goes off on. He goes crazy. And there's been some rebuttals. I might have to do a fish fry and talk about this more because it's a lot. But it's an hour 30 minutes, man. I did this solo. Like, man, shout to everybody, man. I know a lot of things a lot of people busy and everything, but yeah, I'm gonna go and end this. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. Much love to everybody showed up, and peace.